Hey y'all, welcome back to my YouTube channel. My name is Mogi Beth, and today I am actually in my basement, in my storage area of my office, and I have tons of inventory that needs to be put away. So I thought I'd show you my inventory process. This video is gonna be really short and sweet, and you might notice I do use a lot of plastic in my inventory system right now, which I very much want to change, but as of now, that's just kind of how it's going. But I do have plans to change it, and if you have any recommendations or suggestions, please let me know in the comments down below. I'm always looking for new ideas. Right now this is just the supplies that I've previously ordered, and so I'm using that up, and then once that's all used up, I will switch over to something more sustainable and eco-friendly. But for now, I wanted to show y'all how I inventory both my clothes and my shoes. So let's get started. Okay, so I have these poly mailers. I have them in 3 different sizes. This is 8 by 10, this is a 9 by 11, and I believe this is 11 by 14. And these are the 3 things that I use right now. And I use this folding mat. And basically, I'll show you how this works. Put this down along the top. Anything that's left over at the bottom, you fold up. And then you fold like this, like this. So at this point, you can use the folding table to fold up like that, and then you'll have a nicely folded item. But if it's small like this, if it's small, then you can also fold it into thirds in order to fit into the small 8 by 10. So that is precisely what I'll do with this one. Then it looks like this, and I just pull this little elastic off, and voila. Okay, so that's pretty straightforward. I also wanted to show you with jeans what I do. It's a little bit different. I don't use this folding table. I lay the jeans flat out, and then I fold them in half, and then I'll straighten it out as much as possible, and then I'll fold it into thirds, and that will usually fit in my 9 by 12 plastic poly bag. And then with large oversized items like sweaters and coats, I have 2 really big poly bags. These are actually pretty expensive. I forget the sizes, but they're pretty big. This one I use for most sweaters, and then this one for like super big coats, such as like puffer coats or something. Almost everything will fit in this huge poly bag. I use them sparingly, but I will use the folding bag if possible in the same way, and then just place them into that big bag, seal it up. Once these are sealed, I take another plastic bag. So each one of my storage containers fits 20 items. So I have 16 gallon size plastic bags for each container, and then 4 of these big 5 gallon bags. These are for my oversized items. These will fit almost everything else. Each one of these bags has a number on it as such. I have A 1 through 99, B 1 through 99, C 1 through 99, D 1 through 1 through 99, and E 1 through 99 currently. And so I will place it in this bag, mark on my spreadsheet where it is, and then I will place it in. I'll place the item into the bag and then put it in the corresponding bin. I reuse these, obviously. I like doing it this way better than just simply putting the sticker on the bag, because I don't have to find new stickers. I know exactly how many items are in each bin, and I can reuse these. So and also I just don't like having a sticker, other than maybe a thank you sticker on this on the item itself. So I use these bags. Sometimes I'll run into a situation where I'll have too many oversized items, and especially during the winter, in which case I will add supplementary bins of oversized items to the side. And then during the summer, I will just use these oversized bags as normal bags if I have too many of them, because in the summer, you know, we don't have sweaters and coats really, so I don't have much of a need for them. But yeah, that's what I do with my clothing. In the future, what I'm planning on doing is using these bags, but then using tissue paper and tape to basically wrap up the clothes, still fold them really nicely, and keep them contained. Because the reason I really like these bags is that you can kind of store it and forget about it until it's sold. At which point you don't need to steam it. It's already folded. It already looks very presentable. No smells or loose hairs or loose fibers are going to get on it. And so that's why I really like these bags. When I first started reselling, I was storing all of my items just on an open shelf, and I was using essential oils, like a diffuser of essential oils in my office, and everyone was complaining about the smell of the clothes. Even though they would smell good, people just are very, you know, particular about their smells, and they don't want to receive clothes smelling a certain way. But I would like to get rid of these poly bags. I think they're pretty wasteful, and they're not especially presentable, but what I do love about them is I can store them and forget about them, and they are very, you know, flexible. They can fit a lot of different things, and they're waterproof, which is a big reason why a lot of people use poly bags, because when shipping items, they can get wet or damaged from rain or weather or, you know, snow. I think if I can come up with a new solution that is not only going to maintain the presentation of the item, but also even elevate the presentation of the item and be eco-friendly, then that will be definitely an improvement in my inventory system. I use these same poly bags in my shoe storage currently, which I will maybe in the future be also using tissue paper as well. Currently, I have 3 different shoe boxes. Let me show you. So for shoes, I currently have this good old box, which I'm sure y'all all know and love. And I call this one the shoe box, and I label them here using these file labels that I put into my Dymo printer, putting that Dymo printer to use. And basically every single shoe has a number, and I pre-package the shoes using these numbers and pre-package them in the box. That way when I sell a pair of shoes, I just slap a label on and move on. It adds a bit of time in the processing of shoes, definitely, and in the inventorying of shoes, but in the shipping of shoes, it cuts down the shipping time dramatically. So that's really important to me, because when somebody buys something, my goal is to get it out the door as quickly as possible. The next shoe box that I use is this square box. It's a large mailing box from the USPS Priority Mail. I use this box for booties and for short boots, and basically any kind of shoe that won't fit into here. However, some shoes, like tall riding boots, won't fit in here. So I have special ordered another box, which I call my boot box. And it is an 18 by 14 by 6 box. I get these boxes off of Amazon. I'll link them down below in case you're interested. The reason I decided to start using these boxes is because over and over again, I would get into a situation where I would sell a riding boot, and then I would be scrounging around for a box forever, looking and looking and looking for a box. It got to the point where it was affecting my sourcing, because I wouldn't pick up riding boots because they were such a hassle to ship. So I decided, okay, enough is enough. I need to order some of these boxes. And these boxes also aren't cheap. I think they are about $1 a box, which is pretty pricey in my book. However, riding boots especially, and I'll also package, you know, new with box shoes that won't fit in here. But riding boots and new in box shoes typically have a higher selling price, and so I'm willing to eat the cost of that $1 cost. But they're gonna have that same label on there, but this one says boot. So we've got boot. I call this one my square box. and this one my shoebox. And how I package all of these is I will take a one of these boxes, I'll stuff the bottom with some brown paper, and then I'll wrap each shoe in one of these poly bags. Then I'll add more paper on top, and then I will close it up, tape it up, and then add this little sticker. And then before I ship it, I'll take the sticker off, just so you know, it's more presentable when the buyer receives the package. Slap the little shipping label on, and I'm good to go. I'll also add a thank you sticker usually. I used to have thank you postcards, and I will probably be ordering more of those. I create those on canva.com. They're really easy to make, really easy to order from Canva. I use Canva for everything, my YouTube thumbnails, my business cards, everything. And then I stored all of these on these metal storage racks that I got from Home Depot. I need to order more of these. I really like these because the bottom legs are adjustable. But yeah, that is how I inventory things. I enter everything into my spreadsheet, and that way I can very easily train someone how to retrieve these inventory items. My boyfriend is doing it for me when I go to Posh Fest, and so I'm very thankful to him for that. But in the future I will be hiring an employee and training them. I have had an employee in the past who did this for me, and it was pretty straightforward, pretty simple, and pretty easy to learn. So I'm pretty happy with how I'm storing things. The only way I am looking to improve is to become more eco-friendly. So if y'all have any suggestions, let me know. Oh, just shout out real quick to my wrapping table. This is the table that I use to ship everything in. All my thank you stickers are there ready to go. My brown packaging paper is there ready to go, and all my different poly bags and boxes. So really super simple and straightforward. When I take out one of the clothing items from the bag, I just put them in the designated bin, and so that I can reuse that number in that bag again, and that way I don't ever have any repeating numbers. I don't have to worry about that. Yeah, so I hope this video was helpful to you somehow. Let me know in the comments down below how this differs from your inventory system. Also let me know if you have any eco-friendly suggestions on how to store items. I'm all ears. I definitely want to always be improving. So I will see y'all in the next one. Don't forget to hit the thumbs up button and subscribe. Love y'all so much. Bye.